Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Fine Saturday night here, doing a little arc rating. So where we left off last time, we kind of were dipping and dinking around. Tried a new area, didn't really go too great. I got some things I got to do in the damn battlegrounds though, so we're going to be heading back there. I do think I'm going to go out with a Rattler. I'm not really feeling great about that, but I lost my Pharaoh that I had been rolling with for like 3 game sessions without losing it, but it was not to be. Ended up eating it fast on one of the drops last week, but we're back at it and we're getting after it. And I figured tonight too what we would do is we're going to do another top 5 list. I kind of like doing those just while the streams are slow or whatever. Give me something to talk about, limits the dead air and everything. And I'm always curious to see if like the videos on demand, if you ever get a comment or somebody going, oh, I disagree with that, or I agree with it, it can be kind of cool. So we did lol cows last time. There's a lot always happening with them. I'm always kind of like, I don't know if you really want to dip into drama half-heartedly on the internet. It seems like some people take it extremely seriously, and if you're really not ready to take it all the way or fight it tooth and nail, I feel like it's not really worth commenting or picking a fight. But some of these huger or the bigger creators, even the lol cows, I mean, they've got so many people messing with them and who've talked about them over the years that I don't think one random guy espousing his viewpoints on them is going to warrant them losing their minds. Especially if I'm doing it on my own channel and not on their channel. Although I'm sure they would have their own opinions about that. But anyway, what I figured we would do today is top 5 video game characters of all time. I know, small, oh, I need an antiseptic. Fireball burner, I do have that. Alright, we gotta get a surveyor, and I know they're like in here.
Let's
basically.
move to that location.
I am far away. Oop. Easy one. Oop. That was not good. And that one, man, is just not good. I guess that's the point, though. I already ate my shields. Alright. Top 5 video game characters all time. Honorable mention, and this one I feel like most people would just kind of write off and be like, well, that's not... Oh, do I not have any shield? Oh, boy, that was dumb. Ugh. Alright. This might be a short run after all. Might just boogie on out so I can load back in with some shields. First character, honorable mention, like we usually do. And this character, I think people will probably be like, ah, that's not really a great pick. Oh, I guess the other caveat to this, too, these are not the most iconic characters. Because I do think there's a difference. Obviously, if you're talking iconic characters, the roster is so deep and storied that you kind of, but it's like Sonic, Link, Mario. There might be one character on this list that I think you would put as an iconic character, too. In that regard, like in the legendary status. But the character I'm going to put in as my honorable mention is John Shepard from the Mass Effect trilogy. Now, obviously, the character's journey is wildly different based on the player choices across those 3 games. So immediately you're probably like, oh, that's a terrible pick. But even taking that into account, I still think the story of Mass Effect is so good, and even like the big character choices, whether you go, oh, I didn't know they do alarms, car alarms. Whether you do one choice or another, like the big pivotal ones, the writing is so good that the John Shepard's journey is incredible, whichever way you slice it. And his character development is awesome. I remember... Oh, it's a bomber. Is it something huge? Yeah, it's a bomber. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, it sucks. Where's my pen? My pen's all the way in there, and I'm in like a dangerous area. Yeah, it's fantastic. There's nothing else to say. And then just the opening of the second game, and then the whole thing with Cerberus. I don't know. I loved it. I was such a sucker for the Mass Effect series. I remember back in the day, that was like what made me create a GameFAQs account, was to talk about the game like a year before it came out. And they really, I know, BioWare's fallen so far. But like, just to have the vision back then to do the like the planned trilogy and the game save carryovers, I don't know, man. I thought that was incredible and so ambitious for the time and so good. And what's crazy is I don't think another game has even tried to do it. And now we're 15 years at least from the, not even the conception, probably 15 years since the game. And then we're talking probably 20 years since they came up with the idea. I just think it's wild. And Shepard's story was so good. The Spectre storyline, dealing with the Krogan, the Arachne, the decision between Ash and, you can tell who I picked to save just by my forgetting the name there. But it was just great. It was the best for the time. I really didn't think... I don't think anything's really come close to it. Definitely not in the space genre. And John Shepard is central to that entire story. So, for that reason, he's not actually on the list, but it's an honorable mention because it's like very near and dear to my heart, and I think that's just a great character with a great journey, and one that hasn't been replicated from another game in all this time. And you know, it will be someday. Somebody else is going to come up with the idea of like a massive story spanning, 10 years of game development, saves that matter. It'll be good. So yeah. All right. After that, number 5, Tidus from Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is the only Final Fantasy that I have beaten, played to completion, and I am always surprised that Tidus doesn't get more love in kind of the fan art, generated content that like Cloud gets. And again, this is kind of where my bias is revealed. So I've played 7, and I've tried playing the remaster. I don't know. The Final Fantasy games are kind of... It's crazy, because 10 was like really the first one I played, and I beat it. But I never really had the desire to go back and try a different one, and then I just didn't get 11. I don't even really remember if I got X2. I might have. Just because, the story was so good in 10. But Tidus, his story is awesome. His character development from being like this kind of jockey, whatever, character, blitzball player, to a kind of a much deeper character. Nicer guy. I mean, not nicer guy. I'm saying that. I hope that's a nice guy over there. Friendly. So, yeah. I think Tidus is great. He's a representative kind of that entire IP for me. And, I don't know. I just thought he was a great character. And I thought it was a great game. So, yeah, Tidus for me. Awesome. Number 4. I'm making sure I get his first name right, and this is going to sound very similar to the last name I just said. Demetrian Titus from the Space Marine first-person shooter games. Most recently, Space Marine 2. This pick is just kind of a pure badassery pick. Titus is awesome. Doing the penance for 200 years, the storyline in the first game, very cool. It got much, much better in the second game, and the second game is great. Classic kind of video game experience, and one that I feel like for whatever reason the gaming industry is kind of like shied away from. I should not have shot this thing right away, but I need to just catch up to it and shoot it. Oof. This thing just run into this building? Excellent. You got it, you can loot it. No? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just Space Marine game, his just unflinching will of the Emperor. I love the Warhammer 40k series, and I just think Titus is so badass, and like, just, it's nice seeing kind of like a faithful to the adaptation or to the IP character get executed, and I feel like the faithfulness with he's being depicted is top notch. And this is a pretty modern pick. This is not somebody I would have picked even a year ago to be on this list, but I just think Titus, the character, represents something that's so good about video games, and that's been getting missed for whatever reason. They've been moving away from it, and they really shouldn't. Like, these characters are popular for a reason. Your changes are not going to be superior. They're not going to be better. It's not going to make more people love the game. All you're going to do is alienate the people that already made the character a hit, and you just need to go out there and make an entertaining video game. You don't need to rewrite the story or the character, because then it doesn't matter how good the game is, game-wise. If people just don't like your characters and they don't like the story that's being told, they're not gonna buy the game, and they'll just wait. Because somebody will, don't get me wrong, it's not like nobody will play the game. Somebody's going to play the game. And then they're going to take what you did, or your your ideas and systems, and they're going to apply it to a story that people actually care about. And that might seem unfair, but that's just the way it goes. So Titus is really a pick to show and to kind of be a white pill that, like, there's still studios out there that get it, and that they're going to be faithful to the source material to give fans of the material a great game. Alright, that was, did I just get what I think I did? No, I didn't. Never mind. Showstopper. Air coolant. What is that beep? What was that beeping? Yeah, what is that? Am I missing something? Is that like something I'm supposed to be going after? Oh. What is that? What is that? this thing's so loud? Oh, oh my god. See, that wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be way better stuff. That was a bummer. All right, number 3 on the list. Now we're getting into, like, obviously, the top 3 video game characters of all time. So now the reach is not going to be so crazy. Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid series. Snake is awesome. The struggle between family and the character betrayals, the tribulations, the storylines, all of it is so good. And I mean, again, Metal Gear Solid's one of those games where, like, I played and beat 1 and 2 and 3, Snake Eater. Then I kind of just stopped. I stopped getting the Metal Gears. The games, I don't know, at that, and I know Phantom Pain is supposed to be great, and was it Guns of the Patriots? I can't remember, but at some point I was just like, the story's getting a little too weird for me now, and I don't really understand, like, what's happening. And then Raiden, who I liked Raiden. I thought in Metal Gear Solid 2 that was pretty good. And I did like 2's story. And Snake Eater. Snake Eater going back in time was awesome. Alright, we're out of here. Oh. Oh, yeah, out of here. Yeah, so I love Snake, I think. And Snake is, you know, an iconic character. So I don't think there's a lot of people that would not have him on the list. That's the other thing, too. These characters are all playable. Obviously, there are some video game characters where it's like, I mean, basically, you'll see the reason why I have that rule. Or disclaimer attached in a minute or two. But, yeah, can't say enough cool things about Solid Snake. I just think great character, gets people invested. And just like a mysterious guy. I like it. I really like him. Number 2, video game character all time. Ezio Auditore, Assassin's Creed 2. So the Assassin's Creed series at one point, I would say, I mean, it's so crazy to think that these series were happening at the same time. Like, because console games in 2003 to 2014, 15 were pretty much like unstoppable. Like, it was so good. The graphical leaps that were happening, it was just unreal. And Assassin's Creed was a part of that IP. When the first one came out, I used to have people would just watch me play the game. They wouldn't even want to play it. They would just watch me play the game. And the story in the first Assassin's Creed is still one of my favorite video game stories told, because they did such a good job when that game came out of not telling anybody that there was the sci-fi element to it. The whole thing with the corporation and the present day, none of that was known. All you knew was that, oh, we're assassins in the Middle East. So when I started playing that game, that blew my mind. I thought that was such a clever marketing move to do it that way, the way that they did it. Yeah, just like really impressed. And then Altair and Desmond were pretty good. Altair character arc is pretty, you know, it's standard. It's, you know, very cocky, overzealous hero, gets humbled and then has to figure his way back. And then the story that happened around it was really cool. So yeah, obviously Altair was good. Ezio took it to a whole different level. And you know that because they made 3 video games about him and gave him his own trilogy inside of an IP. And yeah, the fact that like Ezio and Assassin's Creed 2 was happening at the same time that Mass Effect was happening, at the same time that Halo was happening, is wild. Like really crazy that those monsters were coming out all kind of at the same time. And yeah, I mean, Ezio, what can you say? The guy's a movie star in a video game. The Casanova that becomes, you know, more than that. And then he's the veteran, you know, leader. And then he's the grizzled old, kind of jaded man. Just so good. Such a great arc. You get to spend so much time with him. And yeah, they really outdid themselves. That 2 is what made Assassin's Creed possible. 1 was good. I don't think it was as big of a hit. I mean, it was obviously a hit, but it was. The gameplay was repetitive, but the story was so good that I think word of mouth really helped it. And then with 2, they knocked it out of the park. Then you get to 3, and you know, I played 3. I beat 3. It was okay, but it was just almost too ambitious for the technology at the time to try to do it like in the woods and frontier America. That was tough. But yeah, 2, Ezio, man, just absolutely fantastic.
Hey, friendo, picked up your frequency. Anyway, see to those medical supplies and do try to come back in one piece. Makes my life a lot easier. Lance, out.
Okay. Are you kidding me? Did I do that again? No way, man. Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot that. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, Ezio. Ezio was the man. Then our final character, number 1. I think most people could probably guess who it's going to be as far as like character goes. Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. There just isn't a better fleshed out, engaging, interesting, badass, empathetic, I mean, character out there. Just doesn't exist. Not a thing. Oop. Whoa, buddy, I was going to help, but nope. I'm out. That sucks. Can't believe they found you that fast. More stuff for me. Get me down in this hole. But yeah, what can you say? Arthur Morgan. It's so good. That game is so good. That is probably the best video game of all time. When you combine every element, gameplay, story, characters, graphics. I don't think there's anything that comes close for a single player game than Red Dead Redemption 2. And that's not to say some of the other entries or other great single player games aren't, you know, close to it. But it's just so easily the leader in the clubhouse. I don't think GTA 6 is going to pass it. I really don't. I know they need it to. You know, big time they needed to. I just don't see it happening because Red Dead is so good. What they should have done, and I guess they couldn't have, although, no, they couldn't have, because Red Dead, I keep thinking Red Dead 2 is a lot older than it is. It's only like 7 years old, 8 years old. And for whatever reason, I keep thinking it's like, oh, that was like 10, 12 years ago. And it wasn't. So GTA being next on their list makes sense. But it, I feel like they shouldn't have done it. I feel like they should have, they shouldn't have done it. They should have done Red Dead Redemption 3. Because it just lets you get away with so much more, because it's not set in the modern times, so you don't have to worry about all the modern sensibilities. You don't have to do pride parades. You don't have to do, like, all, like, the modern stuff that they need you to show to be like, oh, this is our world. You know, like this. Yeah, so it's flexibility. But it is what it is, and I don't think they could write another character like Arthur Morgan, but he's so good in just the whole thing, like the being kind of groomed, then becoming, you know, a young hothead, then, you know, the veteran, and then finally kind of questioning his entire role in life. I mean, the themes that he deals with as a character are unbelievable, like so deep and rich. I mean, that game is like playing a novel, is what it's like, but not. But then you have the gameplay, which is good, like really good, really solid. I'm not surprised that the multiplayer failed for Red Dead, where it like thrived for GTA, just because I think the RP in GTA is online is what got it to live so long. It takes you out of, you know what I mean? Like if that's what you want your game to be, or if you want an RP element to your game, your characters or your players need to be able to feel the role-playing part of it. And once you're messing with that, and you'd have people using today's language and words, and Arthur Morgan is a huge part of that. Big time. And yeah, so and also Red Dead 2 is why I had the rule in my head of, you know, can't do non-playable characters, because then it's pretty much just like a roster of Red Dead characters are going to be in the top. Because I don't know how you don't have Dutch on the list, and then Jack. John. John Marston. Like, so right there, that's 3. And then, yeah, you just be able to flesh out the rest. I mean, that's probably a list in itself. Actually, that's a good idea for a video in the future. Or a stream in the future, do just the top 5 Red Dead 2 characters. Because that would actually be tough. That would actually be a hard thing to do. But, yeah. So, that's a top 5 list, video game characters. Arthur Morgan 1, Ezio 2, Solid Snake 3, Dimitri and Titus 4, Titus 5, and then John Shepard, honorable mention from my heart. So, I don't know, I think that's a pretty solid list. I don't know if you guys have a top 5 ranking. I'd be curious to see what people have or what other characters they're picking. Because I also have a feeling you'd get some snobs who would be picking these characters that, like, I've never heard of. Because it's from a game that, you know, not many people played, but they did. They loved it. Like, like I guess what I did with Titus. Or Dimitri and Titus. But, yeah. Reaching. I'm just like floating around. I might need to change this up and go a little bit more aggressive and start trying to like poach people. It feels weird doing it though, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, I feel like I'm a pretty chill guy overall, so the idea of like doing griefing on purpose is pretty funny to me. But also, I just don't know if I can do it. Also, like, I'm dog. See, like right now, no, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not gonna do it right now. It's just not worth it. It feels wrong. There's a rocket guy. Yeah, see, like we're chilling. Ooh. We all take. Ooh, is it dead?
Don't shoot.
Friendly, no worries. This sucks. I am totally out of ammo. I'll take that. That was funny. Hairpin. I felt badass. I also feel like this game, it's a smart design. Because I think they're going to make you have to... I think the natural progression is you get bored or you don't want to keep doing peaceful runs and you realize, well, why search for all this stuff if I can just gank somebody? Ooh, a silencer. Oh, very interesting. I still can't believe I went out twice with no shields. So silly. I like this hairpin. I like this better than the other pistol. Ooh. Interesting. Free loadout guy. Yeah, that was scummy. That was scummy. I ain't gonna lie. Didn't have anything good though. I guess that. Oh, does this? No. Thank you for the medium ammo. Whoa. Whoa. I did not see that guy there. Oh, good thing it was being chill. I could have sucked. Safe pocket, medium ammo. I never thought I'd see the day. Yeah, going for it. Yeah. Doctor's orders. Bumming me out. Workshop. Nothing for that. Quests. What are these quests again?
We've had to build our topside infrastructure in stages.
The Blue Gate. I can't do it yet.
If you run out of bullets, there's often ways to improvise.
I think I have that, and I need to put it in my thing.
Always keep some bandages on your
2
person in
antiseptic.
case you get
Can I
hit.
track this?
Regular works well. Sterilize.
Alright. So let's just keep picking up stuff until it shows up.
If there are others like me, do you
Stella
think they'd know?
Montes also kind of being a puss about going to Stella Montes too right now. Okay. First things first. Medium, light ammo. Okay, gotta make more of that. I do not need more than one thing of light ammo with what is going on. Okay. Where's the burner thing? Thought I had one. Syringe. Tracking those. Can you just buy a burner? Also, what would this be under? Miss? Nope. Got keys. Quick use. Alright, this is where it would be. Oh, so I don't have one. I must have gotten downed with it. Thought for sure I had it. Ooh, shotgun shells, weapons, nah. Shields, augments, no thanks. Okay. That wasn't the best, yeah. Okay, so now I just gotta keep killing the rolly guys. As long as I do that, I'll get a burner that I can then throw at another one. Got it. Okay. So antiseptic and rolly guys. Got it. That's the mission. That's what we're doing. And I try not to spend too much time in the menus because that's not a very exciting watch while I'm voice only, so I guess you could just not do it. You could just wait till the end, but I also don't want to be running around not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Aimless questing. Like I mentioned before, I think by session 10 I'll feel like I've played enough of this and been familiar enough with everything to start really going rogue and going after other players, because I think that's where the fun's going to come in, or it's where the next level of fun is going to come in. And not every run, but I bet you there are people who play like that too. I don't have it in me. I'm sure there's got to be one guy who loaded in and was just like, I am never fighting the NPCs. Like, I am purely bounty hunting. And honestly, that's probably where you make all the money. Like, it's definitely not from doing just the quests, which I feel like that's the other thing too, is like I kind of feel like, well, I'll do the quest first at least. But I hope they never cave and make like there's a quest only server so that you don't have to do PvP. It's like, no, PvP should always be like a threat. That's not what I needed. That's alright. Rolly guys are not... See, the map, they dip me into different places. Oh, this is not that far away.
Let's go to water treatment control.
Yeah, okay. But yeah. So we'll see. I kind of want to get more quests done. I do, but I feel like you do have to start either just chancing it way more. Wow, way more. I don't know what that pronunciation was. To get better stuff. Because now it's like, okay, grind it around here. Bombardier, I think, is the hardest boss. No, it's probably the Walker. So it's the Bombardier and the Walker. You don't really run into it. I haven't even fought the Walker yet. And it's also like, wouldn't it be fun to like have way better guns and come back here and then just wreck everything? Like, that would be cool to do. Struggle sessions right now with the... Where is this thing? It's gonna be like right above me. I'll say that too, the sound design in this game is crazy. Oh, see? No, we're good. We're good. We're not gonna do it. Friendly on your 6. I wonder if there's a bot problem in this game. I would be very surprised if there was. Oh, they're also going in here for the loot. Alright, well, you know, put it this way, maybe, yeah, let them run in first. We'll see what happens. What do we got already? Alright, well. Not the greatest stretch. I need the burner. I need the burner. Oh, these aren't flamers. Oh, God. Alright, well, now that that's over with, that was terrible. That's how you don't play. Did that explosion just happen? Where's that coming from? Over yonder? Oh, pot shot. Ooh, the camping extractions. Oh, this is a legit gunfight we're gonna get into here. That'd be crazy. No, I don't want to leave just yet. How much time's left on this one? 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm good. I have to find this burner thing. Oh, these are always good to find though. Oop. I think the walker's over here somewhere, though. I think. Oop. Something creeping around the hatch. Bingo. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. Oh. Now we have to go find an arc to hit with the burner, or like I think this is a grenade. That's how I'm going to treat it. I hope that's right. Ooh. See, like, my assumption is the rate of caches get way better at the higher levels, so it only makes sense. Because I feel like I'm not finding anything crazy. Okay. Perfect. Okay, we need to find... I'm dead.
Over here.
Yep, wow. I don't know what I was doing. Panicked, total panicked. That was terrible. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. And I lit it on fire too. Hit it with the thing. Didn't matter. Brutal. I had the wrong gun. I don't know why I just didn't switch. No, that was so bad. I can't even try to salvage that one. That was truly awful. Damn. Yeah, sad. This is sad. Continue. Man, I hate the Rattler, but that was not the Rattler's fault. Oof, that was tough. That was an ugly one. Alright. Workshop. Oof. What do we got? Light shield. We're doing it. I don't know. Probably stupid. I can make a hairpin. We're going back to the Pharaoh. I know that much. Gotta make some heavy ammo. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it. I'm not gonna live forever. Alright, I gotta make a bunch of stuff. I need to make my heavy ammo. Bandages. Shield generator. Give me a regular grenade that blows up. Do I not have any more of those? Yeah, there we go. Zipline, why not? Why not? Why not a zipline? Alright, let's get out of the dam. Let's go somewhere a little crazy. You know what? I've never done Stella Montes. Let's just take a shot. I think I'm supposed to find 3 androids out there or whatever. Let's do that for the nightcap. See how it goes. Ooh, this is taking a long time. I'm a little surprised. Alright, something bad happening with Stella Montes. People not playing it.
We've had to build our topside infrastructure in stages. Our engineers keep being chased off by one danger or another.
Ooh, did I screw up?
If you run out of bullets, there's often ways to improvise, provided you're creative enough.
Oh, here we go. Yikes. I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous. Very curious to see. Curious to see if I can even kill, like, whatever the baseline arc is on this map. And we all just saw how well I did against the newbies. Alright, there we go. Seed Vault. That sounds intense.
The ones she saw were all broken down, but what if there are intact ones?
It's like there's something already smoking here, right? Oh, this is crazy. Oh, is this just a way smaller map? Like, are there only like 2 of us that deploy?
Magnetic dampers engaged. Temperature dropping. Roll for clearance.
Nice. Dual typing. Silence. There are no words exchanged. True trust on the frontier. Very impressive. Alright, so that's what this one is? So, that's weird. Oh, there's multiple levels. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna count that as a win. I don't know what's going on, but it was creepy. Yeah, whatever. No problem. Got my participation anytime you want. Oh, we're gonna go back in there. So are people mostly chilled there too? I'm confused. I'm just like confused. Okay, so I actually am happy with both weapon choices. I know that sounds weird, but I like the Pharaoh just because it should be one-hit kills and it's not like what's the biggest bad guy in here? There's got to be something. I'm assuming we're going to be getting like android, robot, humanoid opponents at some point, which would be pretty badass. But until that happens, I don't know. We're going to see what's going on. Alright, where are we? Okay, I'm in a hallway near nothing. I guess we try to make it to the sandbox. Got a little ambient chatter in this one. Hell yeah. Bingo. Quest done. Quest done right at the end there. I like that.
Feel free to take out, Doc. I think it's a good one. I'm not gonna shoot you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm all free look outside. You only kill me if you connect my left one first. I get that 5 mil, I'm sure you're doing some.
See? I don't know, too nice, too intense, I don't know. Like, I just can't imagine being a bad... Like, so this is all just straight up close quarter combat then. Interesting. I've never tried the shotgun. Ooh, looks badass. Huh. Oh. I missed the train. Ooh, I get it. Interesting. Yeah, get me out of here. Okay. Alright, so this map is crazy. So this would all just be if you wanted to bang people up close quarter combat. Are there even arcs? Oh yeah, there was one. It's a crazy map. Truly very wild. Oh, safe, good. Yeah, no worries, friendly here.
GG's, bro.
Very cool. Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro. I don't know if I'm playing this map right or not, but I'll tell you what. I'll take some of the Dark Lord monies. It seems like it's pretty fast, like in and out. Boom. Let's go. Visit Lance. What have you got to say for yourself, Lance? What are you gonna give me?
You always keep some bandages on your person in case you get hit. Regular works well. Have you been to Stellum? I see.
Yeah.
Need some time to process.
Reports about Stella Montis keep coming in, and it's unlike anything we've seen before. There may be one of the returning raiders mentioned breaking open an odd-looking container and finding books inside.
Interesting. Okay. Stella Montis. of my friends. Stellamontis, I think, is going to get explored a little bit more in the next one. But, yeah, pretty good game sesh. Not bad. Everybody, again, the community's so chill, it's kind of fun to just take a shot in the dark and see what's going on. I mean, I still have absolutely no good gear, but the game is fun. And now, hopefully, we start dipping into some deeper areas. It's going to get even better. So thank you guys very much for joining. I'm probably going to do a couple more sessions of Arc Raiders, but then I do kind of want to jump into Clear Obscure, just because now that it's one game of the year, definitely need to check that game out. So yeah, so hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will be checking back in with you guys on Monday. So with that, you guys have a good night.